and you start hearing like hood flutes like going off, like gunshots.
Hold on, man.
What'd you call him?
Yeah. Or even in the sports performance world. And with a lot of coaches, like a lot of times, like your style of treatment is going to resemble your personality.
3 darts is too much.
But you guys, welcome to the Savage Mountain Podcast. I'm your host, Quan Mickel, with my esteemed co-host.
Hello, beautiful people.
The Bad Batch Productions. This show is brought to you by Neo Life Physical Therapy and Wellness, Neo Fit, led by yours truly, and also Neo Golf. Get your short game up. There's some weirdos over there in that world. Some weirdos over there. But they're good people, though. Nonetheless, today I bring to you a gentle soul, dynamic and fluid in personality, diverse, I wouldn't say a nomad, but a well-traveled spirit. Today I bring to you, the future PT. I'm going to speak it into existence.
Appreciate that.
Trase. What's your last name, bro?
Green.
I knew it. I knew it was a color. Bro. But I'm like, man. Yeah. I was stuck on Trase Atkins. I was like,
brother,
why do I want to say Trase Atkins so bad, bro?
That's what everybody says.
Golly, man. Damn, dude. I don't even listen to country. I was like, brother. Trase Atkins. Bro, that's a solid ass name. But Trase Green, man. Welcome to the Savage Mountain Podcast, brother.
I am honored to be here.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brother. Again, this ain't been a long tenured relationship, but I feel like it's been impactful.
Yes.
And we have some very grounded, beautifully authentic conversations.
Yes, sir.
And it'd be unbecoming of me if I was to keep that to myself. Yeah. That's one of the whole purpose of me doing these things like this. Because there's some good spirited individuals out there, and that we just so happen to bump into. But it's like a lot of times, and I've had this with Batch as well. We're like, man, we have a great conversation. I'm like, damn, man, I wish some of the homies would have heard this, man. But sometimes they're not in a position to, Or some people that may hear some stuff from me, you're like, man, I wish everybody had a Quan,
Honestly,
like,
There are times I literally go home and I'll be like bestowing whatever wisdom I'd be asking you about, when it's just you and I's talks onto my brother Jed, or, tell Sabrina, I'm so grateful for Quan, because it's literally like big brother upstairs. Like,
bro,
I can just go talk to you whenever.
Appreciate that, dude.
Yes.
That is great. Yes. Well, we know you, but they don't know you. So, as you know, set the table.
Yeah.
Could you drop your origin story, how you get to be where you are now?
Okay. Origin story.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It can go anywhere you want to take it, but
all right, sounds good. First of all, I want to appreciate and I thank you for that introduction. That was an awesome introduction. All right.
I'll be trying, man.
Yeah. Trase Green, full name Trase Warren Green. That's my first full name. Not many people know that.
T-Dub?
Yeah.
Like it?
So I hail from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and it's a little town, where squares have a ball. I think it's BS, but anyways, as like a little country thing. If you ever heard about Muskogee, Oklahoma, it's big country music and whatnot. Yeah. Never got around to the music field or whatever, but I dabbled in rap back in the day.
Okay.
But first and foremost, what people need to know about me is I am a child of God. I follow him wherever he tells me to go, I go. That's how I end up in Mississippi. Grandfather was originally from here. And me and my mother and my sister and my brother helped guide him into his last days on this planet. So he, in the end, said, keep the house in the family, do whatever you guys are going to do with it, but if you guys need it, use it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm here. My goal was always to, at some point, my college career was to live with them, and I didn't get that chance. So that's another big reason I'm here. But so coming from Muskogee, I went to Tulsa. Tulsa is a little bit known as kind of like the Little Apple of Oklahoma. Because it's like crime capital, like literally. It's up there with New York City in some years, like not gonna lie. Like
Tulsa.
Yes, you go outside at the when it starts getting dark and you start hearing like hood flutes like going off just either side of the city, like gunshots. You wouldn't think so, but yeah.
Hold on, man.
What'd you call them?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Hood flutes, holes, whatever you want to call them, like arms, guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Never in my days.
That's what they called them.
Never.
That's what they called them.
Bro, I love it,
Bro, I was thinking Zelda, like little food.
Man.
Like, I don't know what.
bro.
No.
Me.
That's what they called
I'm
them.
thinking like, bro, they pulling up barefoot. Bro, it's like, bro, they out there. They in the country, come out barefoot, hit you with something like, just, buddy numb at the damn. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Man, thank you, bro. Anybody out there with a hood flute?
Man, we sure we're about to just pass through that too. I had to stop for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
No, yeah, we caught that.
That's an
Yeah.
Oklahoma term.
All right, carry on, man.
Dang hood flutes, right? So Oklahoma, right?
Tulsa.
Tulsa. When you move up to Tulsa, if you've never carried, you need to start carrying.
Yeah.
So I started carrying. That was my
Yeah.
carrying journey. And I got freaking tears in my eyes because that was so funny. Just seeing y'all laugh about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
But I started carrying from the time I was 21 and up. And that's been a big part of me too, is making sure I am a 2A advocate. I make sure that anybody that I know and love that is part of my family, part of my clique, whatever you want to call it, is armed. Like I want to represent that in a good light because I think every American should. Just if not for your family, for your fellow man, and it's a good skill to have. It's just great, because like, what's what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
people come in and try to invade your home.
Yeah.
You're not going to leave, you know what I mean? If you do, you're not going to give that up,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm a huge 2A advocate. I think everybody should carry.
What's your go-to carry? I know
Go-to
we've
carry?
talked a little bit about this.
So-
and I've always kind of been interested to dive a little bit deeper into this.
Yeah. My go-to carry right now is a Canic. I love their firearms. They have the best trigger. Literally, people win competitions with them. But I use it as my personal carry. I go full size because better management of recoil. I think that's just the way to go. If you're able to manage a little pistol, do it. But to me, they're a little snappy. I don't like them. They're easy to conceal, but
You sound like a damn gun connoisseur.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about it, and I kind of picked up on that. Do you own a gun, Quan?
I don't know
if
gun.
No gun?
I've seen death
Yeah.
due to guns.
Yeah.
So it's always like a relationship kind of thing, like how you're introduced to those things. I'm not against it. I've had many a conversations with my wife about it. My thing is kind of like, and this is where we're kind of not necessarily pivot, but just going to like my love for the arts. So my thing is like, the mere existence of Joker is to attest Batman. If Batman didn't exist, Joker wouldn't exist. Right?
Yeah.
And that's how it is with guns. Like, for me, it's like, if you knock on the devil's door, he's gonna answer.
Yeah.
And if you openly or you got that out there, it's like you're inviting or you're looking, not necessarily looking for it, but you are. It's almost like you're enticing or baiting the situation to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. So like with my faith, I'm not selective with it. So like if something was to transpire like a home invasion situation, yes, it's like, man, if I had a gun, but if you're trying to keep that gun in a safe place, remember your home's been invaded. You're not going to have time to unlock a safe.
Now they've got things that you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah, I would be. Again, like I come from an uneducated standpoint with those things, but I'm just like,
at some point, if you want me to, I can talk to you about all the good options and how to like carry that out. Heck, we have a little conversation about it now if you want to, but but I think if you have it and you know how to use it, great. Put it in a safe spot. Make sure kids can't access it or nothing like that. But also, it's good to educate kids about what it is. It's a tool, and it's used for protection. It's used it is daddy or mommy's tool to protect you. You know what I mean? That's what I use it. Even though I don't have kids, but that's how I'm going to treat it. Like I was told, BB gun. My dad showed me. He was like, pumped up the BB gun as hard as he could, shot into the dirt. And I saw a deep hole. And I was like, he said, would you want that BB to be in your sister? I said, no, sir, because I can't see where that BB is. And he said, exactly, that would hurt your sister. I said, yes, sir. And from then on out, I treated guns like they were supposed to be treated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's a level of respect that you got.
Yes, use it. And massive respect. You never treat it like it's not unloaded, even if you've known, verified, because we've got people who've hurt themselves and we know.
So with that being said, your level of, and you speak from a level of maturity because
yes, sir, for sure.
Your age range wouldn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like whenever you're introduced to it and you're going about, it's a lot of, and I'm not talking about from a like numerical or what's it chronologically? Yeah, chronologically, you're far more wise.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're far more, at least from what you display with me.
Yeah.
A lot of people not having that response. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see that hole in the dirt and I'm introduced, and it's introduced to me at that time, I'm like, well, I just ain't gonna shoot her.
Yeah.
But here's somebody else that get on my nerves. Hit their ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna pump it up that hard as much as Dad just did. I light their ass up though. You know? That's just like that, but that's an immature way. And a lot of times people, and we're habitual and we're reactionary, not proactive.
Yeah.
So you don't gain a conscience until you do some shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. To me, it seemed like nothing happened, but you immediately was like, okay, I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to be proactive as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know? So having that, not everyone has that, so I don't want to like just poo-poo that shit. I want to acknowledge that as like, hey, that's pretty awesome for you to have that level of awareness. So with having that, how did that steer you the rest of like that journey, like how you went from Tulsa, where they do the hood flutes and making your way here?
Yeah. So gun thing is just like, it is a part of my ability, I feel like, to protect my family, friends, right? I see myself as the gate for my family.
Gotcha.
Nobody comes into my family unless it's literally through me. They've met me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my dad's not present in our lives, you know what I mean? He's gone. He's living his own life right now. So that's cool. He tries, but
too late.
I'm the gatekeeper. That's how I see it. As respectful as I can be about that, But to me, I just see that as just one other tool that I can use to protect my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm far away, but I still brought, two of them with me, my brother and my wife.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I view myself as a protector, and I try to do my best to be a inspirational leader as much as I can be. In whatever setting I can be. Obviously there's already people installed in certain circumstances. That's when you sit back and you're the follower,
Yeah.
But yeah, that so that led up to, just saying, okay, me and my brother Jed, we moved twice in Tulsa. We moved from one area that was very violent.
Yeah.
You know, hearing hood flutes every night, and we looked at the crime map and we were like, okay, let's move to this area, and moved to another area that was on like Route 66. Really cool place, but yeah, you see all different kinds of people out there, and it was green. It was a green on the crime map. I don't know if you've looked at crime maps or whatever, but yeah, you can go online, look them up. But Pascagoula, it's weird. It's like a line going right down the middle of like green. It's strange. And like it's right on my street. But anyways, so we lived there for 2 years at our new location, and we checked the crime map like every month. It was creeping in, red, and then we got weird neighbors, and we were like, you know what, we got to get out of here. You know, like it's getting too weird. We're starting to hear automatic weapons at night.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about it?
And this was in Oklahoma?
This was in Oklahoma, yeah.
Damn it, bro.
So we were like, okay, so let's.
Tulsa King is real.
I've never watched it, to be honest. Someone said there was a dang horse running through town or something like that, and they were like, is that real? I'm like, no. Like,
yeah.
There's no horse running through the town. That's goofy.
But the crime is crazy.
The crime is absolutely nuts.
God,
And that's the thing, dude. You don't see it outright. It is very much so an underground type thing, you know. But you hear it. You hear about it. There's actually underground tunnels in Tulsa that I think are actually utilized for crime. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the tunnels, but they're all over the city.
No,
it's
I
crazy.
have not.
Yeah.
This is an eye-opening experience in regards to Tulsa in itself. I'm a sports junkie. All I know about is Tulsa is the Golden Hurricanes.
Yes.
And they barely covered my parlay last week.
Yes.
That's it.
But
this is wild.
Yeah. That was among the reasons we left, though, is because it was just getting real violent. And we were like, you know what? Let's go check out the Gulf Coast. That's where, you know, Pops used to live. So let's go check it out. And I asked my mom. She was like, yeah, go down there, live there, pay us rent, and make sure you take care of your grandfather's property. I said, yes, ma'am.
Well, that's some wild shit.
What time, around what like year was this?
This was late early 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Even then, you didn't say nothing about your mama. The first time you bring up your mama, she said, pay us rent.
No. So what I will say about my mom is an amazing woman.
There we go. She can still be an amazing woman and say, hey, pay your damn rent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's not a negative thing at all. Mm-hmm. No, I expect it to. I was just like, you tell me the price and I'm going to pay it. Like, we're going to pay it. She said, all right. So we started paying it.
Yeah, my mom, yeah.
But no, my mom has instilled that warrior spirit. You would have thought it might be my dad. No, it's my mom.
I respect moms. I'm a big mom advocate.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Like, she is the best. She's actually visiting me this week, so it was really nice. I got to actually officiate her wedding. So that was a huge milestone for me because I got to usher in her husband, you know?
Yeah.
Her new husband. And he's an awesome guy. Really like him. He knows how to talk to her.
Yeah.
My mom is part Italian, as I am myself. I don't know what percentage, probably not enough to count, but
Gotta be a lot, man. Look at them eyes, bro.
yeah. But I feel like I'm getting on track.
No, you good, man.
But
you good. Speak from the heart, dude.
Mom's an awesome person. She has a double master's in psychology. Where I went with that was I was like, all right, I'm going to go become a psychologist. I'm going to one-up my mom just a little bit, you know, make her feel proud.
Yeah.
I worked in a psych ward in Muskogee for about 4 years. Crazy, crazy stuff, bro. There's some moments I loved it. A lot of moments I was like, man, this ain't for me. And one of the moments was where I was like, okay, this ain't for me. I got injured. And, dude, mental health is so undervalued. Like, they cut Oklahoma's, like, mental health funding from the government in half. Then they cut it again, right? So you did have a half. Now you have a third. Now it's just a quarter. So we had no techs. You talk about how bad it gets sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, in physical therapy setting.
Yeah.
23-1. Brother.
Unhinged.
Yes, sir. I have been lunged at with broken spoons, improvised weapons, all different kinds of things. And let's just say I learned about jiu-jitsu before I knew what jiu-jitsu was.
Yeah.
But I've got tons of stories with just my experience in psych. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. How I got introduced into physical therapy, though, is we had physical therapists come up and help a woman walk that was wheelchair bound for 11 years. And I got to see her take her first steps. And, dude, I got chills. I had to go on break because I cried. Like, that was probably the most amazing thing I ever seen, was giving someone their feet back, their legs, their ability to walk. And I took that and I ran with it. I tried to look up anything I could about physical therapy. Then I got injured up there. And then I was the patient.
Yeah.
You know, where I was like a PT tech on a psych ward. I then was the patient. I was like, people get paid for this? This is amazing. This is like a cool coach, you know? And I was blown away. I was like, these guys are really inspirational, very nice. They love their jobs, you know. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of cattiness. And that was something I couldn't stand working in a hospital. I couldn't stand working that in a psych ward, is the cattiness. Everybody wanted to know about everybody's lives and nitty gritty, and then blasting all over the place. Like, that's not cool. You know what I mean? So that's something.
That's just humans in general, man.
Yeah, I know it's humans in general, but you know, it's freaking rampant in the healthcare system. But especially at hospitals. But you know, that's something that I'm very fortunate that I like about Neo, is like, when I came up here, literally met Rob at, you know, jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And my brother was talking to him, and we were actually doing something, right? So when we moved, he was like, all right, I got to find me a girl. I was like, yeah, all right. Here's some homework. He's like, what's up? I was like, you got to talk to 5 people a day. And if you've completed that month, next one, guess what? 5 more people. Yeah. When you're out in the open. And so we got up to where it was like 10 people. Well, Rob was one of that 5th guys that he talked to that day. Just people, not necessarily like just talking to women, getting their numbers. No. Just talking to people, because you learn a lot from people, but also you gain people skills. Yeah. You know? And if you're really to yourself and you start talking to 5 people every single day, you go from introverted to extroverted almost like in no time. So that was something that we were kind of doing, and I was like, oh God, who is Jed talking to? This guy looks huge. I don't want to roll with him. Kind of looks scary. Yeah. And he was like, hey, my name's Rob. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I was just like, you know, Trase Green. And he was just like, let's have a conversation. I own a physical therapy clinic. I was like, cool. Yeah. Let's talk, man. Yeah. And he was like, you know, I think you're pretty cool. I'm going to give you Jeff's number. The rest is history, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was working at Ingles when I first moved here. I actually scratched that. I worked at Lowe's. Okay. Worked at Lowe's for 5 years in Tulsa, and over here for like a year and a half or something like that. And I actually met Sabrina, my wife, at Lowe's. Yeah. So I always say the best thing I picked up from Lowe's was my wife.
Yeah, so look at that. Suave.
Kind of funny.
Smooth operator here.
Yeah. But we got married in Tulsa. I know I'm bebopping around. I'm sorry about that.
You good, man. But you good. Do your thing.
Yeah. So we met Lowe's. Everybody was joking around. You're like, you gonna have a Lowe's wedding? I'm like, no, like crazies. End up being like half people from there was from Lowe's.
There's enough room in Lowe's to have a wedding.
Dead. Like seriously. But yeah. So we moved from Tulsa, and cool thing about my wife is she was actually agnostic before we got married, and it was only then when I kind of like brought her into church that she started asking more questions and stuff. And I got to be the tool God used to lead my wife to Christ. And now she can't shut up about Jesus.
There we go. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's very. I guess it sounds like you a journey of evangelism. You know, where Christ led you to these settings that typically won't be faith based or faith led.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never been in a psych ward. Like, the closest I think to is like one of the PTs told me don't wear scrubs due to like my size. They'd be like, yeah, it look like you like security at a psych ward. And I'm like, well, I'll never be in scrubs then. I ain't doing that.
Oh, man.
And then to meet you and say like, yeah, I once worked. And I'm like, what? You're too chill for that.
Yeah, not many people know that, but I learned a lot about people through the psych ward. Like, I like to say psychology is the key that once you have it, it's kind of a curse. Once you know what psychology is, you know people, you end up knowing too much about people.
Yeah.
Just in like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know so much from people when they're greeting. You know about that. You know what I'm talking about. But psychology is very interesting. I'm a freaking psych nerd, like, even though it's a key that I don't want and I have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I learned it from a young age because my mom was like in college while I was like still, you know, trying to stand up and whatnot. You know what I mean? I was sitting with her in freaking, what do you call them? Psych seminars and whatnot. Just learning next to her, like, oh, what's that? Sigma Forward. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. She asked me some questions too. Like,
come on, man. It's,
I'm lost. I'm bebopping.
You good. You good. Nonetheless, I want to jump back to your wife, Sabrina, and I had a chance to meet her, but I also, I'm always big on interracial awesomeness.
Yes.
So the dynamic that is, with you, Italian and who?
Me? Like, just, like, so technically Italian and Native American and Irish. That's the most.
Man, that's a crazy ass combination.
It is a strange combination.
Yeah, it is. They all fight each other.
Yeah.
Hey, ever seen Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
I haven't, no.
What? Bro.
I know about it.
Banger. Two of them. Like,
it's
we're
like
adversaries.
Yeah. It's like they were fighting. They're just like, nah, you're pretty hot. Like,
yeah.
You know
God bless, man. All right, so you got that trio.
Yeah.
And now you found yourself with a woman of color.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how do you feel like navigating those waters? Do you feel like there's any kind of like not like the 60s kind of deal like that, but doing through culture and like doing the dynamics of this in a way that this is, and how this is how we do it over here, like balancing that out. Because I love my wife, bro, but it's always like kind of funny stuff that we do all the time, and I'm like, oh, that's your half, and she was like, all right, yeah, I guess so, and then she was like, yeah, that's all me right there, you know.
Yeah.
Though y'all don't have kids yet, how do y'all like do that?
So you're talking about like cultural differences?
Yeah.
So something I realized about my wife is she is not afraid to talk about deep things, right? And that's something I didn't necessarily expect from, Black culture. But she's not afraid to talk about deep things. I feel like she didn't get that from her dad, though, because her dad's full Black.
Yeah.
But her mom's white. So, but she's really close with her dad, so I could maybe see that. But she is such a loving person.
Yeah.
The most loving person I think I've ever met. And I mean that in the sense of not just like familiar or family, like dogs, like cats, like any type of animal. If it's weird, she's going to think it's beautiful. She's going to find something beautiful about that. If it's a person, she's going to try to find something that she enjoys and appreciates about that person. And I'll be honest, she's taught me a lot about loving people. And that probably sounds weird, me saying, oh, I'm a Christian. yeah, I am a Christian, but my wife made me a better Christian.
Yeah.
Like 100%. She.
It's Christian for you to admit that.
Yeah.
I know some. Man, go ahead. Carry on.
I got you. But so little bit about the culture aspect. I don't feel like her and I's culture is much different for the sure fact of her dad is a Christian man. Even though he didn't raise her in church, he still raised her with the Christian values that I have. Yeah. So I feel like our culture is just of the kingdom of God. We just need to love people. And that's how she has been, regardless of being, Christian or not.
Yeah.
You know? She was in a relationship that was same sex at one point.
Yeah.
And she told me through that, these people, they've experienced a lot of trauma, and there's reasons for the way they are, and we just need to love them through it, regardless and not judge. It's like, I appreciate that. Yeah. And from that, I've grown in that in a way, and I've learned to love those people who are in those relationships in a different light, and I feel like that's the best thing that we can do as far as like Christians in our world, is being a light to people who, are living different lives, so to speak.
So, no, that was beautiful that you touched on that. Yeah. With that, how is it like whenever you? So I always tell like whatever therapist or even in the sports performance world, and with a lot of coaches, like a lot of times, like your style of treatment is going to resemble your personality.
Okay.
Your personality is going to leak into your treatment. So if you're aggressive and you've worked with a plethora of therapists,
yes,
and you can tell like, oh, their personality, it's just there. It just happens.
Yeah.
The identity of every team on a coach. That's going to resemble the personality of that coach.
Yes, sir.
So with that and how strongly you are on your religion, and one of the main things that we that I found in here is that you don't too much talk about, or you kind of avoid politics, faith, or religion, because you could stir some stuff up.
You could.
But how do you? Because like as you elevate and you grow and you get to the point where you you're a PT now. Once you get to that point, you're gonna like, no, I want to lead with my faith while I do treatment. Yeah. But if it's some pushback with that, are you ready to accept that? Or are you just gonna be? Are you gonna do your thing? Like, look, this is how I go about business.
There's ways I feel like of representing Christ without being in someone's face and trying to force the word of God down someone's throat.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying in a passive way either, but you do it in a way of simple explanation. Someone is not having a good day. Someone is not wanting to do therapy. Maybe their mom died. Maybe it's the anniversary of their mom died. And they're not doing too good mentally. I feel like I'm sensitive to those people because I feel like whenever I'm when I'm exposed to people that are going through something, oftentimes I feel like God's doing this to me. And I'm like, really? And he's like, okay. And to me, that's that signal. That's what it kind of feels like of ask them what's up, If you just ask somebody, hey, what's going on? Yeah. And they don't open up, doors closed. Don't ask. Don't talk about it. But if you feel nudged to be like, hey, I know how you are. I understand you've been progressing or whatever, You've been progressing in this way, and today you seem a little bit off. Do you mind talking about it a little bit? I'm here, open. I just want to open that door to you. I just want to be that be used as a tool for me to be able to talk with you about something, because what's going on in the mind affects our bodies. It affects how we move. So there's something going on, you want to talk about it, I'm here, just letting you know. You let somebody know that, they're either gonna, not say nothing, and they're just gonna get after it, or passively do whatever motion they're doing, or they're gonna pour their heart out to you, which likely what happens. And if there's something where I'm just like, I listen to them, we're doing the exercise, I'm like, okay, let me ask you something. Don't know what your thoughts are, what your faith might be, but where's God in all this? And you ask them something like that.
It's bold. It's a bold choice.
Sometimes you'll get someone saying, "Man, God's been ignoring me for years." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you say, "Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. Best thing I can do for you is I'll pray for you. You mind if I do that?" Yeah, sure. Most of the time, people are going to turn down a prayer. Sometimes people will be like, "Nah, it's okay." I'll be like, "I got you. I understand." Well, thank you for trusting that with me. I want to try to encourage you to let's get after that. I don't want you to worry about that right now. I want you to focus on what you're doing. I want you to do your best. I know this is hard. I know whatever you're going through is bad, but we need to get you better.
Yeah.
And to get you better, you're going to feel better. And when you move, start feeling better up here.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to walk someone through something. You know what I mean?
Good, man.
Movement's not only medicine for the body, but the soul.
Yeah, it is. And I'm a big advocate for that.
Yes, you are.
So being a conduit for Christianity and our Jesus Lord Christ Savior, you walk like your presence or whatnot. It's like you're not a big stepper, but you speak so profoundly about your Christianity. Yeah. And but I cannot hear like you do it in such a soft manner where it's like you're not boasting about it. And I dig that a lot because it's like you shout your flaws but whisper your successes. Mm-hmm. And how you're steady like having these personable moments with these patients that's just it's personable. It's between you and them. Yep. You ask them a very revealing question, or you're penetrating the soul, because a lot of times the people that we deal with, they're vulnerable. Yeah. In a society where nobody wants to be exposed, nobody wants to be vulnerable. So when these people come to us and they ask us for help, you and I are some people that do not take that kindly, and we come with a level of passion where for someone, and we don't have the best vetting of the personalities that get these jobs. So sometimes it may be someone that be like, Trace, you too much. Mm-hmm. You too much, man. Like, calm down, dude. You ain't gotta do that. Like, you taking your job too seriously. Stop. Yeah. What do you say to that? Because it's gonna be pushback.
So, if someone has a problem with me representing, what I'm about, that's probably not where God wants me to be. Yeah. And honestly, like, if someone has an issue with it, I'll be flat out. Like, this is me. This is what I'm about. Very plainly, I won't be quiet, and I will stand firm. Yeah. If someone's going through it, it's gonna help you out too. Because love's a circle. It comes back around. So, if someone's got an issue with it, I mean, they just need to talk to me. But ultimately, I'm gonna reflect God, or I'm gone. You know?
There we go. And again, that's devil advocate in a sense, because it's just
it's a good question.
Yeah, you got to be unapologetically. You got to be unwayering.
I thought about that too.
And that's just me. A lot of times, like I just got to be how I am. I wasn't raised in the church. My mom always she tried it, but then the more she tried, we resisted, and then she was just like, if you end up in the church, you end up in the church, but you gonna know. Yeah. Whereas you mentioned that how your wife's father raised her, and that was my thing. But the more I start to find myself in these positions where like representation is very key.
Yes.
And a familiar face is key, especially in situations like this, like us being in healthcare. So if you see that people love community, community is big, is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's some ways where it's been used for negative, but a lot of times I like to see on the positive side of things.
Yeah.
That communal experience. But with that, it's like, how do you elevate that? How do you create a form of fellowship where it's healthy for the soul? And I've always found that like through movement, but then also dropping my personality with my love for God and all the good that He's done. It's like, I need to speak on that more.
Yeah.
And I need to like not be ashamed with it. You know, I think we're in a cool. Everything's cyclical, like you said about love, but it's very trendy with certain things. And right now, I think we're in a phase where it's okay to be a Christian.
Yeah.
Again, you know, it's okay to speak out loud on those things, man, because
I feel like
it's scary out there, man.
I feel like honestly, like I know people are controversial about COVID, but I was kind of like shut down for a minute. You know, that was something where I was like realizing, like, I keep talking about Tulsa, but when I moved to Tulsa and I'd like walk or something, I realized like just a girl I was with, you can't say hi to people in Oklahoma anymore. And I grew up thinking, you know, it was so nice because it was like it was down here where people are very nice when you're like, hey man, what's going on? You know, it's been a beautiful morning or something, you know. You can't do that in Oklahoma anymore. Because, especially Tulsa, because people won't want to talk to you. They got their earbuds in, they're just, it's very hard to like, you know, penetrate the soul, like talk to people, you know. I'm a very introverted, extroverted person.
Me too.
Yeah, we're the same in that way. But I don't know where I'm going with this. I feel like what you said, like you're able to be more bold. I feel like now more than what you might have been in the past. And maybe I'm just saying that because I'm a man now. You know, I'm no longer a boy. You know.
Yeah.
I'm 27. So like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
We still young though. We still young. We still got time, man. We still got time for growth.
Yeah. Like I like to think, you know, your neuroplasticity of your brain, you know, you can always change your mind in different ways. So it's never too late for people to change. Never
too late. With everything that we've, especially with this and the more people that we have conversations with and that we continue to build and grow this thing, it's been very cool, man. Like I've had conversations with pretty much everyone that we've had on the show, but not to the depth in which like we get them here. I know the camera sometimes can change certain things, but it's just cool to see like, oh man, I never thought of it like that. Yeah. And I thought, man, I didn't think I knew that about like with the gun. I never knew like how much in depth it was. Like now that I'm talking to you, the biker jacket kind of like, you know, it makes sense. Like it fits with the character a little bit. You know, have you ever seen the film Machine Gun Preacher?
Machine Gun Preacher. Oh, that sounds cool though. I like that,
bro.
Yeah. What is that?
When I tell you it's a gem, that is with well, what is it? Who's the guy that plays 300? Leonidas. Like I think that's his name. This is Sparta. That guy.
I don't know what his name is,
bro. Right there. That movie right there. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
This guy. Like was a full-fledged junkie.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah. So and what you sound like you ain't off this bad, but your path and your level of just like stick to itness and just stern.
Yeah.
Is like, man, you're a man with conviction. You know.
Yeah.
You're silent, but you're bold. Yeah. Nonetheless, this man did he stabbed a junkie like he was just on the highway to hell, man. And he stabbed this junkie. I'm talking, dude, he the scene was probably like a minute and some change.
Dang.
And he just boom, 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 just stabbing this guy in the back seat, and then they toss him. I think it was in Detroit. They toss him out of the truck, and then they drive off, right? And then he's like, man, all right, I'm done for, in a sense. But like, and then he woke up. I think the scene passed, and then he woke up, and then the guy was still alive. So it's almost like,
Was like Gerard the one that got stabbed? Or
nah, Gerard did the stabbing, and he was and like he was a thief. He was a crook. He was a murderer, a drug dealer, like all the bad things, bro.
Dang.
And he got down to his knees, and he's like, if I get out of this situation, I won't go back. But he was like, I'm for certain I killed that man. And he woke up the next scene, and then the guy was still alive. And then his girlfriend at the time when he left, she was a prostitute. But when he got back out of jail, she kind of became like a born again Christian, and she was like, I'm going to church.
Yeah.
And due to the fear of not knowing what he just did, but thinking that he killed that man, he was like, all right, I'm going to church too.
Yeah.
And then he went into church and he saw all of these flawed individuals when he thought people were supposed to be perfect. And it just kind of changed his kind of perspective due to his journey. And it's an amazing film. But it's like, it was like nobody, the film just came from out of nowhere. 2011, not really big. Yeah. But dude, I highly recommend you check that out.
I'll check it out.
But with that said, we dabbled with a little bit of everything, but what I wanted to get out of this is the motivation, the drive to continue to push
for PT.
Push for PT, push for that journey, even whenever it's not the traditional nonlinear route that's typically taken, you know? Because that's what I'm a product of. I'm a product of a nonlinear route to what my success is. My thing is to help people. How I got to that path was not what people go through, you know? And so on. So to continue to do that whenever you've seen failure, you know, when you've seen not despair, but you've seen like obstacle after obstacle, yet you're looking at me right now. What do you tell the people?
What I tell the people when there's like a bunch of obstacles in front of
them. Yeah, when it's doubt, when it's...
I'm so glad you asked this question because I was going to actually ask if I could put this in there. So I will share with you guys that I was in an unholy relationship with a girl. Just going to put it plainly like that. I decided to move away from my family. Not talking about here. I'm talking about a little place in Oklahoma. I'm not going to mention the name. But I was there for like 5 years. And I was separated from my mom, separated from my sister, separated from my brother. And I turned into a man that I didn't even want to be. And I, one day, was tired from the psych ward. It got to the point where I would cry before I walked in, and that's saying something about me because I don't do that, you know. Now I do more. Now I'm changed, but it's usually because there's a beautiful moment happening. But needless to say, I got home. I knelt by my couch. My girlfriend at the time was not there. Wasn't a good spot, and there was a time where I was ready to take my life, and I didn't because I had a best friend that, you know, she kind of pulled me out of it. But I went home shortly around that time, and I prayed to God, and I said, you know, take everything out of my life that isn't of you and replace it with your path for me. I prayed that. I lost that job. I lost that girl, lost that house, and I was back with my mom in Muskogee, and I felt defeated, and I felt like it was a setback. But had I stayed there, I wouldn't be in Mississippi. I might actually not even be alive, either because of me or that person, because it just was not a good thing. But if you find yourself, barrier after barrier after barrier, I want you guys to try to pray that. And even if you are a Christian, because whatever is negative in your life and not supposed to be there will be removed, whether you want it to or not. And after you've realized that, keep pushing forward to whatever goal that you have, because that's the goal that God wants you to go to. That's what whatever you're passionate about, whatever, has been put on your heart, strive for it. But in doing everything, you want to say, God, if it is your will, I'm going to go do this thing. With everything, like even moving down here to Mississippi, I wanted to move, but at the same time I didn't. And then things weren't looking like it was going to happen. But until I started saying, God, if it is your will that I move, I want to go there. And it did. And it happened. And I'm so glad that it did happen, because I got to meet amazing people like Quan and amazing people like Jeff Austin, and just wonderful people that have inspired me to keep going forward. So
yeah. There we go, man. Appreciate it, brother. Hey,
yeah.
Call that a show, man.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for coming this time. Hopefully we catch you next time. But again, please do not let it be your last time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, brother.
Yes.
All right, it's a wrap, bro.